Hello and welcome. Welcome back to Factorio, Krastorio, Space Exploration. All of that good stuff. These mods are amazing. I have been playing quite a bit on my own, and we are going to get into very quickly what I've got going. But I just want to say thank you for all the support on the first episode. It's really nerve-wracking to start a new series and hope that it does as good as something like songs. I do plan to do more songs. For those who are waiting for more songs, I am going to finish the Dundarian build and I'm going to continue the collab with Ocean Man. Don't worry, it's coming. I'm just so ingrained in Factorio right now, and I want to get that Factorio energy out, you know. Okay, gotta get it out somehow. And, people don't understand Factorio, but it's an itch. It's a real big itch, and here we are. Here we are. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. You can see it's a little bigger than it used to be. That's what she said. We're gonna go look over here. We've got some good mines for coal, iron, copper. Not so much. We don't really have too much copper coming in. Probably should fix that. Stone. We have a lot of stone. And on the other side of the factory, yeah, there's another coal mine over here producing coal as well. This is our electricity creation area where we've got some steam engines and then this burner turbine engine generator basically helping keep the electricity up in case it drops down to below what it needs to be at. Speaking of which, I also need one of these, and I'm going to take some sentinels down south in a minute and go look at some cool stuff. Or actually, I'll take that sentinel right there. Or maybe a few more. We've got our coal coming in from here. We've got, if you look at advanced material processing, that is getting done. So I've gotten pretty far. I don't know how far you have to go in this game. I don't think, I haven't set any parameters for myself. I don't know if I'll actually beat it. So don't hold me to it. I don't want to be that guy that says he's going to do something and then doesn't do it. We have stone. This is our stone processor. This is our copper processor, which you can see is kind of empty. And our iron processor, which is relatively decent. We need some more places for mines here. It looks like that right now. So we're just burning up all the mine space over here. And then as soon as I'm done over here, I'm just going to move south with it. And hopefully expand easily and not too difficultly. It's going to be probably annoying and I'm going to have to clean up a lot of stuff. But by that point, I should have robots. I should have drones. I don't want to do all that stuff. If I don't have to do it, that will make this series a lot smoother. So for a little bit, this is where I was making my steel. I just kind of had a spot for some coke, some ore and coal so they could make the iron, and then they'd put it over here, and then they'd pull it over and make some steel, put it in there. That's how I was making steel before. Now I have actual tons of steel because we have a dedicated spot for that. You can see the stone bricks stop here, and I actually should do this just so that I have a huge stockpile of stone bricks. I'll do something like that. I don't need unlimited bricks. Actually, you know what? We will keep it unlimited. And we just got the advanced material processing, which is amazing. So we are flying through what we need. We have a gas power station. There's logistics number 2, which gives you fast loaders, fast transport belts. That's something I probably don't really care for. Dang, radar is very expensive. Circuit network. So it's getting there. We got a flare stack burn any fluid, releasing a large amount of pollution and occasionally some byproducts. So this is a flare stack, which allows you to burn fluids. Wow. Whew. Mama. This is quite intense what we've got going on here. We're going to stick with the normal stuff we've got and continue on. I haven't gotten this far in Krastorio ever. I've never gotten into this mod before, so I don't know what's really there. From what everyone makes it out to be, it's insane. And I think I've got myself way deeper than when I was in Industrial Revolution. I think I could have easily done Industrial Revolution and succeeded. This, I am not quite so sure. So we have our... These guys are making these basic tech cards, 4 of them. For now, and maybe I'll expand it later. We have the wood continuing down. We have sand actually going to that wood creation as well. So we have a lot of wood coming in at all times. That goes straight down, as well as you can see our big long transport belts full of iron and copper. Some of that copper is also being turned into wire. That wire comes down here and it gets allocated to these jobs. As you can see though, there is a lack of copper wire coming down here, so I'm probably gonna have to switch it up and make some copper wire being made over here, or some more copper wire factories, something like that, so that this can keep up with the production. But I just wanted to get it set up so that I had something base going on. Oh yeah, I thought that was messed up. We have these electric circuits being made out of wood, not the stone variant which I had spoken about. And I also have these guys making telephone poles, or electric small poles right here. I should have that small set to 1 so that I only get like 100 or 150 electric poles. That way I don't have to make them anymore and I can just come and grab them. You can see these electric circuits are going, and then we have a little space for them here in case I need to pull off from the main line. That's frowned upon from what I understand in Factorio, to keep pulling off the main line. I try to only do it once if I'm going to pull off from the main line of a production. They'd prefer that you do a production into another production and then have the same, like this, go down here and create more of these that they go somewhere else so that they don't get bottlenecked. I understand factory stuff. I just prefer to do it this way. It's simplicity for me in the moment. We have the advanced, I think they're called. What are they called? The logistic tech cards being created here pretty frequently. They have the blank tech cards, and they also have the little bits of the electric circuits coming along and some iron gears that they put in there. So there is a lot of stuff, and somebody had mentioned put alt. I don't usually go around with alt on because it's a little cumbersome when you look at it like this. If you zoom in and you just kind of look at what you're looking at, it's a little easier for me. So like I go to the top of the line here and you can see all they're making here is sticks, iron sticks. You can see it like that. And they pull it out from this. Then you've got another line coming off here. They're making gears. This was struggling for a little bit, and then once this filled up, once the iron was full, it started to chill out. These gear guys are grabbing from here, or rather these factories are grabbing gears and iron, and they're making little single cylinder engines. Those go onto this transport belt here, and they get grabbed and put into other jobs like this here, where there's 300 transport belts ready for me to just grab. And these guys are creating those there in the middle. You can see these two. And then we also have the multi-cylinder engines being created. I am not quite sure what the multi-cylinder engines are good for. I'm going to build a bunch of those while I'm sitting here. I do not know what they're good for yet. I haven't really noticed any specific item that I'm building constantly that needs them. So I just have a crate full of 50. And if I need to, I can turn it back on and pull from that if it comes to it. And then this is our basic area where we have the automation gears being created, and those blank tech cards I mentioned are being pulled off from here as well. So they're being created into the automation tech cards right there, meeting up with the basic tech cards. I forget their names. There's a lot of tech cards in this from my understanding. And I'm going to be building tech cards for the rest of my freaking life. But that is fine by me. We have our steel storage. So this is the other half of the factory. And you notice that the iron does not connect over here because I didn't want to bottleneck that iron production with steel production, as though it's going to take way more. So we have 7 here, mines producing ore, going straight over here, getting produced into some really nice iron plates, and then actually probably could double it up on the other side here, and have it go around. This is kind of the opposite variant of this type of setup, smelter setup. Usually you'd have it... No, actually, I think I have it right. Kind of. You'd have... The ones I usually see would have the smelters on this side as well. There'd be some right there. You can see I have space I'm trying to have like that. Ideally, each one would have 2 until I can get the fast inserters. Once I get the fast inserters, they'll all just have a fast inserter. That way they can... It takes 20 ore to make 15 plates instead of the normal amount of like 1 ore for 1 plate. So it takes a long time to create these things. That's why I like to have a good surplus of space while they're creating it. And it also takes a long time for them to pull the the plates out. While the plates are being pulled out, they come down here, and these guys, I could probably close that right there, they grab it, and they make steel. Looks like I didn't actually grab or build enough inserters to have that being picked up, so I should grab some of this iron, build a couple inserters, and I'll put them right there. But these guys are creating steel plates, and they're getting put into this crate for now until I can find something I want to do with them. I'll probably end up making barrels and all kinds of other cool stuff. I'll definitely need a lot of barrels, because I look forward to manipulating chemistry and other fluids in this game. I have been trying to figure out these different buildings here. I have the filtration building. I have the filtration plant. So this is an electrolysis plant, sorry, and that's a filtration building. We have the chemical plant. We have the fuel processor. And I also have these steel furnaces now, which is really cool. So we have some cool stuff that I have to kind of work on and figure out in the next episode, or in this episode. It feels like the next episode because I have been playing for hours and hours. But I'd like to do this series very differently, and by differently I mean I want to get this factory running. I would like to be in space already, and I know I'm very far away from that point, and we're gonna run out of metal and ore soon, which kind of sucks. We're gonna grab those sentinels, and I'm going to set these two up while I go. We've got a little bit of exploration to do right now, and I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing. And I think I should grab those turrets from in there too. We'll grab these 2 turrets. And we're going to head down south. Say hi to friend. So I built this long, nice road all the way down. Alright, here we are. We're at the southern border of my map. If you look, we've got a wall going across the southern border. Nice wall, and I've got this little sector scanner here. Sentinel. Macedon. He's going to start doing a little bit of a scan. I put these guys here. I probably need another one, but I'll grab that later. We have 4 turrets across the wall, I think. Should have 4. And they're at each other's borders, so in case anybody comes in, kill them. And matter of fact, I'm going to push them back a little bit here and show you guys how it's done. And I'll only do it with 1 gun turret. So as you can see, we've got an army of enemies over here. They're already made contact with us. Shouldn't have too much of a problem killing them though. Bastards. I didn't get to plant my turret yet. So ideally you'd like to plant a turret down. Use that for some cover. Well, there's quite a few of them here. Plant that there like that. Stop running, you motherfucker. There we go. Easy as can be. You just sit here and shoot them. Lower their numbers a little bit. Alright, the last motherfucker there. Bitch. Cleared out their dirty, disgusting hive. There's more to the south. There's always more. We'll actually leave this guy as a monument to the destruction we caused down here. Alright, I'm back after a nap and then some more work. We are finally at the age of transportation. It feels good. I really did not like walking around and looking for stuff. And I also found oil. My oil reserves were very close. I didn't realize they were right here. I had searched the entire area looking for them on foot just to find out that they're right here, blending in with the desert. So here we are. We have some oil. We're building up some crude oil. And I've also just built the oil refinery. Here it is. So, oil refinery, place it over here. Ideally, you have your... Oh, so it looks like this is a little different than what I'm used to. I'm gonna have to obviously get some water pumped up here. And I'll work on that in the next episode because I'm getting quite tired of Factorio. I've played well over 5 or 6 hours today, and you are right. For the viewers who said this game is going to drain me, it's going to take everything out of me, you are correct. This game is amazing. Factorio itself is, but this mod is awesome. So we've got our nice road here. Our little car. I'm not very good at driving the car, so don't make fun of me. We've got our little solar array to keep these coal generators going. I had mentioned them in the last episode, but I didn't actually show my solar array, or my, not my solar array, my wind farm. We have our steam turbines going, our steam engines, and then this guy, this burner turbine. I'm always going to mess up the names, by the way, so if people get bothered by that, I'm sorry. This kind of ran out of fuel, and we also got attacked at a certain point. If you look on the map, there is quite a bit of activity on this north side, so I'm going to have to start preparing for war. All-out war. But we now have that fuel access, or that oil access, which is better. I also have some fuel being made in these little fuel processors. I was making fuel out of this, so I just put some coal in there, put some of that in there, and it just processes that down into fuel, which is used in my vehicle or any other kind of vehicle. We've got all our mines working, and as they run out, I just move them along. We're just clearing this area out, and then pretty soon we have locomotive technology, so that locomotive will be bringing in goods, and then I'll have them dispersed into the area. They'll hopefully still come along these lines. That's my idea. That's how I see it. Let's hope I don't hit that. There we go. As we get into the city, I'm just going to leave the city. It feels like a city. It's getting to be like a city. It's a factory. Look at that. Look at that big boy right there. And we've got our research and development area going on. So they are researching. I'll hit Alt for the people who like to see this stuff. They are researching. They are getting these processed, what are they called? Logistic tech cards. And they are using those to get us sulfur technology right now and a bunch of other technology in the future. We have a lot of stuff to get. This, I'd say, is early mid-game. Like, early mid-game. Really, really early mid-game. I don't think I'm close to even mid-game. But this is like the beginning of it, for sure. Because I've got steel production, I've got vehicles, I've got trains. We have the basis for a decent society going on here, you know what I mean? And then we also, I keep forgetting to come over here, put these steel furnaces in here. It'd be smart to put the steel furnaces in throughout wherever I need them, because they produce a little faster. So we're gonna go up here and put them down. We have so much good stuff coming along. I can't even keep up with it. I honestly... I feel like I was too brave in my first episode when I said I was going to do super well. Because I do not feel like I'm going to do super well. Why are those... They'll have to get moved down. That's whatever. It doesn't matter. For now, it's fine. That is like a sleepy fiend brain action right there. But we're doing great. And all I have to do now is focus on expanding militarily and processing this crude oil, which I was worried I wouldn't have any nearby. We have a perfect stockpile nearby. I'm gonna get that turned into all kinds of things like solid fuels. petroleum gas seems to be what we're going to be making. That petroleum can be then turned into sulfur, is what I think. Potentially. I honestly don't understand the chemistry until I get all of it unlocked, and then I start to look at it. It's different than base game. I know how the base game's chemistry works. But this is different than the base game. It has a lot more going on. But with that being said, let's go find friend. Say goodbye. Goodbye, friend. Goodbye. You've been a good friend to me. See, he's coming up to me. He's giving me a kiss. Big bug kiss. Goodbye.